Well, it's official. Trouble has entered the building. I was told that there was going to be a little bit of a surprise coming in the 2 o'clock hour, and Brent Zach from Shinedown just walked in.
Yeah, we didn't even walk in. We broke a window and came in.
Seriously, you guys just were like, "We're here!
We're here! We're so excited to be back in Boston. We're just gonna break into the station like airheads and just we're gonna make ourselves known.
You're gonna just barricade yourselves in here and just take over.
We actually have a demand list as well.
Bring it. Yeah. What do you need? What do you got? You know you can
hugs.
have. Yeah, I can hug you already.
We're pretty easy.
Cheek kisses.
Yeah,
the cheeks.
whatever.
Cheeks,
it's fine.
Just the cheeks.
It's 2019. We want everybody to be comfortable.
Yeah, we're all comfortable. It's been, listen, we've been friends since long before politically correct was
a
a thing.
We're not even friends anymore. We're past friends.
Yeah, it's like
beyond,
family.
Yeah,
when you get into the 2-decade era, you can just, it's everything's casual at that point.
Yeah, so.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
I told her that first when I walked in. Thank you very much, Brent.
You really, really do, though.
Steal my
Well,
thunder.
it's the marathon training.
I was asking because we had no idea that this was going on.
By the way, she's doing the whole thing. She's not.
Okay, there were a couple of people that were like,
relaying
"She's not doing the whole thing."
Okay, hold on a second.
Like, so break it down for us.
So you're here in town because you guys got together and did this charity thing for me, where we're taking over the WAAF luxury suite at Fenway tonight.
Yes.
And we got a bunch of very generous WAAF listeners that donated money to my run
because they're awesome.
And it benefits the home base program, which helps our veterans and military and their families battle the invisible wounds of war.
What you've always done.
That's
Thank you
right.
very much.
And so you guys said, listen, we'll come in and we'll play acoustic and we'll do a thing. And we raised well over $3,000 because of what you guys did to help me with my goal.
That's
what's
awesome.
your goal?
The goal right now is $13,000, and we're at $11,535 right now.
How about this? How about we cover the rest of it?
No way.
I think we should.
No
I
way.
think we can do that.
I think we're going to do that.
You're not going to do that for
I
me.
totally think that we can do that.
Why do
we're
you
gonna do
guys
that.
want to make me cry every time you come to town
We're
now?
not here
Is
to
this
make
a
you
thing?
cry.
We're not here to make you cry,
Because that's what's going to happen.
You're doing something good.
You're doing something awesome.
And we
Not
can
only
help.
for a lot of different people, but also just for your own health benefits. You know what I mean? Running a marathon is a serious
Here's
thing.
the thing. You're going to have to keep spinning the song so we can pay for it. We
I
gotta
just
pay
played
for this
it like 20 minutes ago.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, see all those people. The bands pay you to play that stuff or whatever. No, but
we take care of the charity stuff. That's what we do.
so when you walked in, Zach, the first thing you said was, "You're running the marathon. Are you running the whole thing?"
Yeah.
You don't do anything half-ass in this city. You
know
think I'm
that.
going to run in halfway through at the 13-mile mark and just
I didn't know if it was like tandem. though.
Like a relay thing.
No!
Well, I don't do anything half-ass here. I'm going to eat 10 lobsters tonight. I'm going all in.
all in.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
So you if you're going to run the Boston Marathon, which is the oldest and most prestigious marathon in the world, I'm not just saying that because it's Boston.
We're from the South, and we know that.
Yeah, so you got to
How many miles?
26.
26.2. It's the point 2 is the bitch.
You think the point 2 is the
That's
bitch.
what they've all told me, that the last point 2 is the hardest because it's like you turn the corner from Hereford onto Boylston.
So
and
how many?
Yo, that first point 2 would kill me. I'd be done.
They tell you the first point 2, you don't even feel it because you're with 40,000 other runners. It's not a big
that
deal.
Energy, yeah.
But when you turn onto Boylston and you see the finish line 300 yards away, it's like the longest 300 yards.
Now I got to ask you a question though.
Yeah.
So how long has the training been?
Well, I announced that I was doing it before the holidays, but realistically, as a Sicilian around the holidays, I was like, I'm not training nothing until after I eat.
You told us in the summer that you were going to do it.
I was debating it,
and
I had it. Yeah, I was like, I got offered this thing, and I don't know.
So what's your training been?
I've been running like 3 to 4 days a week.
said.
I did 20 miles 2.5 weeks ago.
20 miles.
What?
Yes. Yeah, and I did it. I did the Eastern States 20. So you start in Kittery, Maine, and you run to Salisbury Beach, Mass. So I ran through 3 states.
Yo, that's
impressive.
The states are smaller up here than they are where
I don't
you guys
care
are
when
from.
you say 20 miles in a car.
Yeah,
is long,
it's
is
far.
far.
I've never walked to another county before.
So how long did it take you to
It
do
took,
20 miles?
Well, I twisted my knee at mile 12,
Oh.
so I sprained my patella. So I've been dealing with that injury. I went to one of those cryo clinics the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, to try and teach. It was crazy.
I love it.
So 2 miles of the 20, I was limping pretty bad. And then the Advil kicked in, and then I finished the rest of it. And my last mile was faster than my first. So I knew I was okay and still had gas left in the tank.
That's amazing.
I know I'm going to finish it. My goal is to finish it in under 6 hours because I did the 20 in 4.5.
I think you can do it.
So I want to be able, but Mother Nature, not that I've been keeping an eye on the forecast or anything. Thunderstorms.
Sorry. Hey, listen.
And downpours.
Hey, we don't do anything half-assed in Boston, remember?
The hashtag has been Mistress Runs Boston since we started and announced that I was doing it.
Yeah.
And now all the jerks here in the office at WAAF are debating what the hashtag should be if I get struck by lightning.
No, you won't get
Well,
struck
you're
by
wearing...
Hashtag Electric Mistress is in the running for the best one.
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good name, actually.
Shout out to whoever came out with it.
Yeah. It's our marketing guys. They don't care.
I see a brand new band forming in the garage
Electric
right now.
Mistress.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the...
Absolutely.
It's a takeoff of the Electric Mayhem because you know how much I love my Muppets.
Okay.
That is a missed opportunity. That is a missed opportunity for a band in the 80s that didn't come up with Electric Mistress. What a great name.
It's a great name, right?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, but in order to get it and use it, I have to get struck by lightning, which I'm going to really try and avoid. Zach from Shinedown sitting in the studio.
I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to get struck by lightning.
But you're going to have rubber soles on your feet, so you should be good.
Yeah,
You're
the
grounded.
rubber soles are... Yeah, I'm grounded,
You're
so
grounded.
the electricity will just go through me.
We'll get you a hat. A rubber hat.
No, we're going to get you. We'll get you an aluminum foil.
Yeah, no, that's not good. That'll conduct it.
Does aluminum foil conduct? I thought that's
it's
why
metal
the foil
or
hat guys
aluminum.
wear it, so that it doesn't
Maybe
conduct
you're
the
right.
alien beams
I
from
have
space.
A migraine. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, so we were talking about making me cry, and I brought it up. Everybody's by now seen the YouTube videos. Everybody's seen the pictures and everything when you guys were in town in August with Godsmack and you were at the Xfinity Center.
Super fun show.
Super fun show, but now that we're all in the room together, we need to talk about the Simple Man version at the Xfinity Center and how you guys made me cry in front of 28,000 people.
That's all right.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about your
can't take it back.
perspective of it, because here was my perspective. Hey, Carrie, go with our security guy. We want you to have a front row seat because we're going to do it and it's going to be awesome. Oh, I'm the idiot. Okay.
Shout out, John.
Yeah, John, the security guy's over there right now. Thank you, John, being in on this whole ruse.
He's very stealth.
You're upset about us tricking you.
Yeah, well, there was the deception, and then there was the ugly cry face I made in front of everybody.
He actually did not make an ugly cry face.
I have it on film. It was an ugly cry face.
There was a lot of film. I saw a lot of film of it. Listen, you are such a pillar of this community, especially in the rock world, that I think for the fans it was amazing too. I think they really liked it because I saw more videos of that night than I did anything else of you getting up on stage. So it's like, obviously you mean a lot to a lot of people. You obviously mean a lot to us. And I think it was sorry we lied to you though.
Yeah, well, whatever. But here's what I want to talk about. So I'm up on that little stage out in the crowd. Yeah. And you guys start playing Simple Man, just the two of you. Uh-huh. And everybody lights the place up with their phones and everybody starts singing along. And then halfway through it, you brought me up and you told the crowd that they were going to sing it for me because that's a very special song for all of us.
Absolutely.
Because you did it for the first time on my show in the studio, right? Yeah. What I want to know is the energy of the voices from the crowd and what that felt like coming back at me standing there. That's what you guys feel every day. I felt like a superhero. Like, I couldn't believe how loud it was. I couldn't believe the energy that you get from the crowd. That's what made me cry.
It's your job every day when you wake up is to not take that part for granted. You know, it's like, because you do it every day, right? But it's like when you get up there, it's like you realize that like this is the greatest job in the world. You know, and the hat, but also. It means more a little bit here. That song means a lot everywhere, but here it means more just because this is where it came from. And I think people know that. And I think that, it was such a weird thing that it even happened in the first place.
It was completely random.
And we ended up, we had to re-release the record. Because, see, you made us re-release a record.
I'm sorry.
No, it's an amazing
to inconvenience you.
To feel that I deserve that. To feel that every night,
You got to remember, she's a smart one.
I know. Yeah. To feel that every night.
She's got beauty, but she's got brains too.
That's true. But that's why we do it, to have that moment.
I'll tell you this too. From the moment that it happened in the station, because it really was it was between us and the band and you. I think that all of mass, especially Boston, embraced it as their song as well. Of course, it was a song in history, just folklore and rock and roll history. Leonard Skinner is put on a different platform than some. But for whatever reason, that day there was just, something special that happened. There was a reason the universe said it needed to be done. And I feel like in a lot of ways, not only the station, but the city had just witnessed the birth of a new era. And being now in 2019, sometimes you lose those moments, those great moments, and why radio is so special, why it still is, this.
Why we're not dead yet?
Well, it's radio is such a force in general still, but I think why that moment happened is there was a rhyme and a reason for it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, ever since that day, going all the way back in 2003, when we met each other and started, what has turned into a wonderful relationship, and you are very much a part of our family. But when we look at each other, me and Zach, every night when we do it, no matter what country we're in, no matter what city we're in, festival, we always try to go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And where it came from. Same thing with our own songs. You know what I mean? You always want to try to go back to that place where those songs were born each night that you perform them live also, because, to us, we try to never go through the motions, and we don't phone anything in, from the records we make to the shows we put on to how we present ourselves to the world. But a lot of times we think about the people that are in those audiences on a nightly basis. That might be the very first time they're ever seeing us. It might be a lifetime that they've waited to see us, and vice versa with us to them. So we always try to keep that kid inside of us alive. You know what I mean? That we always say that it's kind of like being in Shinedown's like being in the third grade forever.
And not just because we pick on each other.
Well, I dug back into the archives because you want to go old school. Oh, it's about to happen.
I love it.
Oh, God.
So you talk about when we met.
Yes.
And you talk about back in 2003, which,
like
by the
local
way,
bazooka.
Yeah, and the first time that you guys came to the WAAF studio, this is a year before Simple Man.
Okay.
The first time you came in, first album, and you played this. This is Fly from the Inside. We got Zach and Brent from Shinedown in the studio. We'll be back with more. It's WAAF. Who is that young man singing those songs right there? Yeah. That was Shinedown, recorded right here in the WAAF studio, April 23rd, 2003.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
wow.
Brent and Zach from Shinedown are joining me in the WAAF studio.
I was a young man on there.
A young man.
Just able to drink.
Yeah.
fresh man. That's
it puts a big smile on my face. It's crazy to hear that. That was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
You know what? It also humbles me on a lot of levels. I'll tell you why. Because I turned 41 this year in January, and I feel better now in my life probably than I was in my late 20s. That sounds like a young man, but God knows what I did later that night.
I remember what you did later on that night because I was with you.
Oh, hell.
There was a big party that night. Yes, it was.
I can only imagine.
I can 100% tell you why you feel better now than you did then, if you want me to. I do that.
I remember us in the studio saying, I think we're going to teach you Southern boys how we party Boston style.
You know what?
And we did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember
the bar?
End up at?
We ended up at that bar that had the swing coming out of the ceiling, remember?
Oh, my God. That's right.
And you wanted to get on the swing.
I did.
Yes.
No.
I believe that. Especially back then.
Was there a mechanical bull, too?
There was not a bull, but there was a swing for sure. And you swung over the crowd, and we were like, nothing good is going to come from this. Yeah. Like, he's going to fall out of the sky. Yeah. And then Lou, the record guy, was like, the label's going to get sued. Like, if the rock band falls out of the ceiling, somebody's suing Atlantic Records is going to happen.
It's all right.
But that didn't happen.
No, it did not happen. We were
had a good
fine.
night. We had a fun time.
Yeah, and then a couple more times you guys came through town, and then you came up to the studio again, and that's when you did Simple Man.
That's very true. So much history.
It's a lot of history.
This city,
it's a lot of history. So one of the things I have to ask you, because you guys graciously took part in this fundraiser for me in the luxury box at Fenway to raise money for my marathon run.
Luxury box.
It's listen, if you've ever been a bleacher creature at Fenway, the box is living large. Okay, you get a clean private bathroom.
But do you remember too the very, very first time that you ever took me to Fenway Park? because I got you were the first person to buy me a Fenway Frank.
Yes, I wanted to. That's
Fenway Frank.
Yeah, you got to have.
I have still never had a hot dog that was better.
Yeah, well, because
you know.
it's just something.
No, it was 1,000%.
It's just something.
It'll be my first game. I've been before, and Lou yelled at me because I wore a Yankees hat. But
yeah, hold on. Where are the things? Hold on.
What you got?
That's not going to happen today.
Oh, I'll wear it proudly.
He'll wear it.
I'll wear it proudly.
Put that on, Zach.
No way.
Put it on.
No damn way. I'll keep it.
What I love is the banter you and I have on Twitter back and forth.
Yeah, it's great.
Because your disdain for Boston championship teams runs deep.
But you know what? I cheered for you in the Super Bowl.
You did. I know you did, and we appreciated that.
I 100% cheered for you, and I'm glad you won. And I think it's cool that listen, I've always been a Yankees fan, so that's why I have like.
Tell them why you're a Yankees fan.
Can you please explain this to me?
I can, because I know everybody asks because I'm from Memphis, right?
It's a very good story.
So when I was a kid, I'm not going to say that I was poor, but I wasn't not poor.
Right.
So we had the TV that had the clicker, right? So you had 0 through 9 on the top. You remember these?
I remember the
and
VHF.
Then you had 0 through 100 on the bottom, and
right.
you could go to. But we only had like 3 channels, right? So the baseball games that we would get were the Cardinals. I can't believe you have that hat on next to me right now. We'd have
it's going to be more than one.
I know.
You're surrounded.
We'd have the Cardinals and we'd have the Yankees. And as a kid, I believe 5 years old, I just started liking the Yankees. You got a Boston. Look at you. You got everything on.
Hold
you got
on.
your Boston shirt on. Come on. With this.
You're surrounded.
Yeah,
That's all
baby.
right. Listen,
Yeah,
I give it up.
Come on now.
I give credit where it's due. So from 5 years old, I was a Yankees fan, and that's how it started for me. I've always liked the Yankees. But listen, I will always cheer. I love the city of Boston, even though I don't like your sports teams. But I will always cheer for a city that can win 2 championships in 1 year from 2 different teams. That's really cool. So
did you see opening day on Monday? They had all 4 of the
was
world's.
it Tuesday?
Was it?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
'Cause I was going to go. I was going to come. So I'm excited. It's my first Red Sox game tonight. I'm excited to come because listen.
You've never been.
I've been to the park, but I've never been to a game.
Right.
So you got to sing "Sweet Caroline." That's
right.
the thing.
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So my normal rule is every time I go to a new stadium, I buy a hat. I can't.
You can totally. You don't need to because I'm going to give you this one.
No, I got this one.
Or I could get you a shirt that says Red Sox across the front. Although mine only says Edso because my boobs are so big that the S and the X are like blocked off.
That's a good problem. You know? No, so
we would like to thank the city of Boston for
you go.
Mistress Carrie's voluptuous. I'm going to stop now.
Yeah. So that's why I'm a Yankees fan. But listen, I'm proud of you guys. You won 2 championships and 2 sports in 1 year. That's a good thing. I was rooting for you in the Super Bowl.
We appreciate that
because the Chargers cheated the Saints out of a
I
game.
really wanted the Saints to win, and I wanted a Patriots-Saints Super Bowl.
That was such a boring Super Bowl. Like, I think
not for us.
Oh, not for you, but it was still, you know what I mean. The most of the game was boring. If it would have been the Saints Patriots, I think it would have been so much fun.
It just would have been great because the oldest quarterbacks, 2 over 40 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl with a Patriots victory would have been fantastic.
You got the greatest quarterback of all time.
Wait, did you hold on? Are we recording that?
Yeah, you're recording.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a red light.
Listen, I no matter if I like a team or not, I'll give credit where it's due. You have the greatest quarterback of all time, undeniably. You know, so I'll give it that. I'm excited to go to my first Red Sox game.
It's going to be
Let's do it.
The Fenway Frank. It's very simple. It's just mustard. That's just how you do it.
Perfect.
You don't put anything else on a Fenway Frank.
That's what I do. I'm a mustard guy. Period.
And when you order them we'll be in the luxury box.
The luxury box.
But
they got a gaggle of them.
We do. They bring you the Franks to you. But when you get them in the park and you sit in the ring,
bring them to you in the luxury
come on,
box.
Brent. You think we're making you fetch your own hot dogs?
Fighting back in your mouth.
Don't you know who you are? You're Brent Smith from Shinedown.
Give me a sandwich board, and I will walk out there and I will give Fenway Franks to the patrons.
I will too. Yeah,
I'll put this beautiful, awesome hat on. I'll walk my happy self out there, and I will give Fenway Franks.
Well, let me tell you, the bar on
patrons.
that is high. As a Yankees fan, you know Zach Wild well. You know how big of a Yankees fan he is. We took him to Fenway before Ozfest years back, and we bet on the game. Okay. Loser had to wear winning team's shirt to Ozfest.
He did not.
No. My socks let me down, baby. I had to wear a Yankees Jeter jersey to Ozfest, and all of these people. This, you know, Zach with the wallet chains and the hair and the Viking helmet. Yes, it was. So we're in the section of like good seats at Fenway behind home plate, and everybody was scared of him. And he called the hot dog guy over. He's like, bro. and called him over, and he bought everyone in the section Fenway Franks, and then all of a sudden these dudes in like the $2,000 suits wanted to take pictures with him.
Yeah.
So if you want to start buying people Fenway Franks, they could get very expensive.
Probably,
I'm into it, man.
He probably
Really
polished
into it.
off a keg of a Fenway ale.
Oh, it
Zach
was
Wild
back then. It was out of control.
Oh, he was a wild.
And
man
then he
back
made me introduce him on stage at Ozfest in a Yankees jersey, and
That's
it literally
brilliant. I need a
melted my
video of
soul.
that.
I have a picture of me with
need
Geezer
that.
Butler in a Yankees jersey, and
That's
it's
brilliant.
I don't even want to hang it up. It's awful.
That's brilliant.
It's
I love
awful.
that. No, I love that. I tell you what, if they win tonight,
Hold on.
who are we playing?
Toronto.
Toronto? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, dear, you're gonna win that.
Well, we didn't win the other night.
yeah,
It's been
on
we're-
Tuesday, right?
Yeah. They're tired from hauling those
I'll tell you
giant
what,
rings
if-
around.
If they win tonight, I'll put this hat on and take a
What?
picture with you. I'll take a picture with you.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to happen.
Listen, you're doing a
That
great,
means you
well,
gotta
you're
stay
doing a
till the
great
end of the
thing for
game.
charity. I will. He probably won't.
Oh, you're pulling a Hillman
He's
and
gotta
leaving
sing.
early.
I gotta sing
You gotta sing.
Oh,
tomorrow, so.
I gotta sing tonight.
shit.
You gotta sing tonight.
Yeah, well, you're going to just
He's
for
gonna
us, though.
Sing for you.
You
Sing-
know what happens when you just sing for us. Nobody else
Singing for
hears
his hot
it.
dogs tonight.
That's
you know?
I'm singing for my supper.
But I'm
gonna eat 17 Fenway Franks.
But you know what? That's
I'll walk
cool.
out of there with some indigestion, yo.
Yes, I got a Zantac in my pocket. that
Awesome.
You can take.
You
no,
might need
to
it.
me, I like that you only put mustard on it too, because that's my hot dog condiment. It's just mustard. My kid, the other day at Costco. Have you ever had a Costco hot dog? By
No.
the way? Oh my God, they're so good.
Because it's not going to be as good as a Fenway Frank, so why bother?
I'll check it out tonight. But my kid wanted ketchup on his hot dog, and I almost punched him in the face. He's only 3.
You can't punch a 3-year-old
No.
because of his hot dog
Well,
condiment
listen, you can-
choices.
there's ways
That's
around
bad parenting. If
No.
if he wants to put ketchup on his hot dog, that's your fault.
All you got to do is follow me on any social media to find out I'm not a bad parent. But the ketchup thing did bother me, and he's grounded now. So
Well, the way that you order it at Fenway when you sit in the regular seats is you hail the hot dog guy, and then you send your money down the aisle.
that's brilliant.
And then the hot dog comes back. So everybody passes your hot dog to you, and
That's
then your
not jarring
change
me at
comes
all.
back. And then you send the tip back.
I have a-
so everybody in the aisle is connected to your hot dog.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here, I hope you enjoy the game. Here's a cold.
Touch this. I feel a little weird about that. Yeah.
It's wrapped up. It's not like people are fingering your bun.
Ooh.
Whoa, God.
I'm into this interview all of a sudden. Holy crap. I mean, I was 90% earlier. Now I'm like
And now
150.
you're like, no, now
We're
you're
starting-
in.
I'm in there,
We're
man. I'm
starting the
150.
interview now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Finger in the bun. That's
right.
the first single from Electric Mistress, by the way. Is Fingering the Bun.
Yes.
I just wrote it in my head.
That's fantastic. I'm going to play one more old school song.
You're going to play an old school song?
I'm going to play another old school acoustic song from back in the day, and then we're all getting out of here together and we're going to Fenway.
Let's go to,
roll.
let's
All
go to
right.
Fenway.
Let's do it.
We haven't played that version in a while. That's from 2003, recorded in the WAAF studio. That's 45 from Shinedown. And Zach and Brent from Shinedown are joining me in the studio.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
I got some text messages that I have to read to you. First of all, where does it say? This is giving me the chills. Just tuned in. This rendition is fantastic. Well, it's pretty old, but it's still awesome. The 857 says, I've always had a man crush on his voice. It's amazing. Hashtag bromance.
Bromance.
And then someone else says that the next Shinedown album should be named Electric Mistress, and that if you do that, then I should get some of the royalties.
I agree
Okay.
with that. Yeah.
I'm game. We can do that.
I
You have to
can't.
show up to the writing sessions.
Yeah,
though.
I can do that.
I can't think of
show
what
up.
kind of songs we'd write to name an album.
I feel like there would need to be a Dio cover on it.
I feel like we would sound like Powerwolf, which is amazing. That would be great.
We don't know if anybody knows what Powerwolf is.
We
here,
don't.
though, in the
Powerwolf.
States.
Have you heard of Powerwolf?
I've heard the name, but I
so
haven't
good.
heard the music.
It's so good. We work out to it almost every day when we're on the road.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I need some suggestions for my running playlist for Monday because
Okay.
you guys are in town because you help with my fundraiser for the marathon, and I'm hoping to run it in under 6 hours. But 6 hours is a lot of music. So,
Yeah.
Brent, you're always on, the social media pages, doing all of your workouts and such. So, give me some inspirational music that you think I should listen to. Like,
Should
what do you
start-
like to run to?
Start with Leave a Whisper.
Okay.
And then go to Us and Them.
Real? Do you think I don't have all that
Sound of
stuff in there
Madness.
already?
Let me tell you
All
something.
6 Shinedown records.
So here's the thing with me. Like, I don't all the time, like, listen to music. Like, if I want to get in and get it done, which is not what you're doing. You're in there for the long haul.
Oh, I'm getting in there and getting it done.
Yeah. No, you are.
Finger in the bun, baby.
Finger in the bun, all the way. Hashtag cooked Carrie. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, that's just somebody's suggestion of the hashtag if I get struck by lightning on the marathon route. Thanks for the support.
Carrie.
Yeah.
So you know what's more important than like
That's good.
you know the four on the floor, you know, quintessential Rage Against the Machine, you know, AC/DC.
Yeah, the
you know,
motivational rock
all
stuff.
those kinds of things. Sometimes if I want to like trance out and get really into like if all the endorphins are firing on all cylinders, I'll listen to Enya.
Really?
Yeah, because it puts me in a different state of mind. It actually will help me at certain times, especially when I'm coming down from the workout. So like the back half when I have to go really, really hard in the paint, right before I'm going to get to do my favorite thing, which is the
stop.
Well, the stretch. Because I stretch twice.
Yeah.
I warm up and then I stretch in the beginning. A lot of people don't do that. I do. And then you get the workout done, and then a lot of times people just stretch at the end. But I'll stretch twice, so like I'll always kick on Enya like when I got like 15 minutes left.
Well, Enya's good stretch music, but I don't know if it's good run.
Like when I'm on
I get
Heartbreak
super
Hill in a
focused.
torrential downpour, is Enya really going to bring it home for
I
me?
love
You
the new
could put
Beartooth
Far and Away
record.
on, and I bet it'll actually kind of take you somewhere else.
The new Beartooth record I like. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
I love how we transitioned to Beartooth.
But we were talking about yesterday, like one of our favorite songs, like most inspirational songs, is "High Hopes" by Panic
my
at the
gosh.
Disco.
Oh, okay.
By the way, it may not be up your alley, but the whole record is upbeat, good. It makes me want to dance.
I'll
so
throw it in
That
there.
might be a good run. The record's called.
I can find it.
It's
I'll
the
track it
something.
down.
I have it in my phone.
The other day, I went to that cryogenic clinic because people told me it would be good for like the
Did you-
aches and
did
pains
you
and
like
Now, what
stuff.
exactly happens in this?
So
I love it.
Okay.
Clinic.
I do it all the time.
So I went in and they put socks and gloves on me.
Yep.
And they tell you get naked.
Earmuffs too.
No, I didn't do the earmuffs.
earmuffs.
And then they said put the robe on and we're going to cool the chamber down to 130 below.
Yep.
Then you climb in, take the robe off. So now you're naked with just giant Mickey Mouse gloves and pink socks on.
Yeah.
And then they jack the temperature down to minus 232 degrees Fahrenheit. I have pictures to prove it.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, you got 3 minutes. Are you ready? And I'm like, yeah. And then they put on Post Malone Rockstar. So now I'm trapped in a metal tube with liquid nitrogen swirling my body around, and I am forced, unable to escape, listening to Post Malone.
I love Post Malone.
I like
though.
Post Malone.
You know what?
I like Posty. I'm into him. I like him.
You know why I respect him? Because he seems to have a really truthful respect for rock music. And seems to
but
be
he's
a
gotta
legitimate
respect just
fan.
in general. He comes off as a very, very genuine individual.
But I didn't
And
want to
he's
be.
talented.
I didn't
you
want to
didn't
be
wanna be
naked,
freezing cold naked,
freezing
listening to
cold,
Post
listening to Post Malone.
I'll say
Like
this, I like people.
It's like getting stuck in there listening to Bad Guy from Billie Eilish.
I like Post Malone. I've learned to like people that even if like they're not doing like obviously he doesn't really play guitar in his music, but like the fact that he can play guitar, he's a very talented guy. So
well, that was something we saw in the Grammys. That
Yeah, he
Janelle
played with,
Monáe, he played with the Chili Peppers.
Peppers
Like
came out.
a lot of people were playing guitars.
great.
Even non-rock bands were playing them, which was great as far
it's
as
good
I
to
was
see because
concerned.
it makes kids want to play guitar.
Exactly.
But so I'm a cryo person. Well, now, were you in the open chamber? The legs and the head were open.
No, the legs were in. I was in there because I wanted
Yeah,
my
but
legs
was it
frozen.
one of the
Only my
wrap
head.
around?
It
Okay.
wrapped around, and it was just my head
you
sticking
gotta
out.
do the fully enclosed one. Like that's what I do.
So you froze your head?
No. So you put earmuffs on, right?
Yeah.
You put earmuffs on. Same thing with the socks and the gloves. You cover your appendages most.
You know what? I almost asked because it was all women, and when I talked about it on the air yesterday, people asked me, "Well, what do dudes do? What do you do with your junk?"
So-
I need to know.
I just wear underwear.
Oh,
Straight up underwear, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
just I wear boxer briefs, so that's what I wear. But I'm in one that it's not literally. You walk into like a freezer,
yeah.
and the whole thing's enclosed. Your head's not sticking out. You're in a room that's shut.
Okay.
So you go in and they keep it basically 140. I use a place called U.S. Cryotherapy, and I'm not trying to shout them out or anything, but because I still pay for it. So I go in there and
Not for much longer,
yeah,
Zach.
no, give me that free cryo. So and then you go in and I wear and like you can wear tennis shoes too, because like if you want, I see people like I went in, there was one guy like literally running. Like how we do this insanity warm up, he was like running and like doing jumping jacks. I'm like, yo, this dude is insane. Like, so here was my problem. The first time I ever did it, they keep it about 145 because your head's not exposed, so they don't drop it down lower than that.
Yeah.
So-
you don't want to freeze your brains.
But I did a
already
minute.
frozen.
I did
Yeah.
a minute and 45 seconds. You're fully enclosed, nothing. So
Okay.
you're breathing in the cold air. I said, hey, turn on the monitor so it'll tell you like you got a minute left. You
Yeah.
got 30 seconds left. So I get in there, and I'm like, this is cold. I haven't heard anything yet. They forgot to turn the monitor. So literally, I'm like, I've been in there
How
like
long were you in there?
I was in there a minute and 45 seconds.
See, and you were just saying, oh, it's only the point 2 of the marathon. That's the longest. It's amazing how long a minute is when you're freezing your freaking ass off.
When you're freezing your ass off, because I was in there a minute, like, I haven't even heard, like, you've been in here 30 seconds yet. I'm like, and I started having like a panic attack. I was like, oh my God, I haven't even been here 30
And you
seconds.
weren't even listening to Post Malone. Right?
No, they were bumping some top 40 in there. I wasn't sure what it was, but you can listen to your own music.
Yeah, and I couldn't move because I was in this tube.
Yeah, you can change.
So all they wanted me to do was just walk in a circle, but like I couldn't walk forward, so it was just spinning because they're like, you don't want the nitrogen to hit the same part of your skin the whole time because then it'll burn. So now I'm just naked, right? We got the video cameras in here, so I'm just naked like this. Listening to Post Malone Rockstar just spinning around. Like, I'm going to have full-blown nightmares
like
about
tripping on mushrooms.
Seriously, it was very, very strange. I think my fly just came down. Excuse me.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, now.
Party.
Am I the
Finger in
only
the
one
bun.
that's in here that's thinking about this cryo thing? This just reminds me of, like, back in the day when I was a kid at my grandmother's house with the extra refrigerator that was for the meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have just got in that. And
no,
like,
it's so much colder.
So
232 degrees below zero is a cold.
A freezer is about 0 to 5 degrees. This is a negative 135 degrees.
So what does that feel like?
It feels like your skin is going to shatter like glass. That's the only thing that I could describe it as.
Did your body feel better?
I felt amazing.
So what it does?
You don't think that that's a placebo, maybe a little?
I could be. I don't care if it is or not.
Think about what Advil is, or think about what ibuprofen is. Right? It's anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
Same thing when you hurt yourself, you ice it. Right? You're basically icing your whole body.
It's your soul. You're icing your soul. So like it's 232 degrees below zero.
My whole body felt better. And also,
soul icing.
Yeah.
The place I go to does localized treatment too. So like if your knee, right? So they would just do your knee, like with a hose. It was ridiculous. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, it helped, I think. I liked it.
You should try floating when you're done with the marathon.
Float in the tank?
Yeah, there's a float center here, and you should hook Carrie up. She should be
People are tuning in going, what is going on WAAF right now?
We got this new age.
Zach and Brent from Shinedown have taken over the studio, and we've gone from fingering your hot dog bun to floating in a pool and listening to Enya. Like, we've just gone
What's the name
off
of that
the rails.
band? Electric Mistress?
Electric Mistress.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing.
It's got to happen.
We've been touring for 21 years now, so it's like we got to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like everything hurts on our bodies. So it's like you gotta freeze yourself.
That's
and then get into
no
a
lie.
pool.
Things do hurt that used to not.
Everything
hurt.
hurts.
I know.
Everything hurts. Everyone's like, well, I was hurting before I turned 30, and then they're like, what'd you get 35? And I turned 35, and I'm like, damn, you're right. Everything does hurt.
His hip shattered.
Now wait until you get to the last 0.2 of the freaking Boston Marathon, and then it's the last 2 that's really bad.
I'm not running 0.2 anything. I don't even run when I got to go to the bathroom.
Well, on a serious note, because my show's almost over, otherwise we could solve all the medical problems of everyone in the greater listening area of WAAF.
Start a medical podcast.
I think it would be fantastic.
Me, Zach, and you.
Yeah.
Just
weird treatments and
take phone calls eventually, let people come into, what we got, the discussion.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's what kind of underwear you wear when you're sitting in a cryo tube. Because
Calvin Klein.
I was really wondering if they put a sock on it or not. I wanted to know that.
Like
so thank you.
Style?
Well, how else are you going to protect it?
You put underwear on.
Well, they didn't let me wear underwear. I was fully naked.
You don't have it.
Listen,
I'm sure you don't have it.
Listen, my stuff is just as susceptible to freezing as yours, Zach.
It is, but yours is not exposed. Yours is
I know how your stuff works.
Nicely.
Okay? I'm familiar. How do you think I got this job?
He's got his eyes closed because he can't look at you when he's talking about it. Look, he's getting all red. I love this. He's almost as red as your shirt. I love
it. Your stuff is tucked away in a nice little.
I am very well aware of how nicely tucked it is. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Hashtag Electric Mistress.
Electric Mistress.
All right. So before we get out of here,
I love Electric Mistress. That just makes me want to scream like a cat or something.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for helping raise money for my run.
Thank you for running 26 miles.
Well, that's, I would say, my pleasure, but it's not. It's my agony, but I'm doing it.
How much are you going to walk?
I'm going to walk when my body tells me to walk.
Okay.
Hey, I got one word for you.
Yeah.
Enya. She'll help you.
Yeah.
She kind of takes your mind off
ibuprofen.
of it.
Yeah, a lot of ibuprofen.
Enya and ibuprofen.
Yeah, and booze at the end. We're having a party at the end at the Globe on Boylston Street. That's where everybody's going to be waiting for me. So I have to finish. Otherwise, all the drunk people. And yes, I took the day after the marathon off.
That's probably smart.
I'm not getting out of bed.
Yeah, I would stay in bed. I would ice myself.
Yeah.
And, go do some cryo.
I'm not doing it.
I'd go to a spa.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do that if I can get out of bed. The option is
No,
to
you can
just
have
not
people
be
come to
able
your
to
house.
get. I might have to do that.
You can get a massage therapist to come to your house.
That might need to happen. So, all right. Well, we're going to go to Fenway.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys for surprising me and coming in the studio and taking over my show mercilessly.
Yeah.
Thank you for always being there when I need you, for being so supportive of the marathon run and all that. Seriously, I love you guys.
We've
been friends a long time.
Thank you, and thank you to the city of Boston and everybody at WAAF for being there for us all these years, and many more to come.
We appreciate
Go
it.
Yankees. Let's do this.
Go Sox!
We're going to fight, dude.
I'm putting my hat back
And
on.
if you guys are serious about making a donation to my marathon run,
I'm
I
doing
will
it on
take
my phone right
I'm
now.
gonna take that
I'm
money.
meeting your goal. We're
I'm
actually
about
gonna
to
put
do
you
it
over
right
your
here.
goal.
You're going to I'm trying to refresh it and it won't do it. So if you
We're-
guys
we're
are thank
working
you
on it.
for
I'm
whatever
putting
you
it in
decide
right
to
now.
We're
donate.
doing
Thank
it
you
right
very
now.
much.
We're gonna push you over your goal.
Are you really?
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
We don't mess around here. We don't do anything half-assed in Shinedown either.
That's right. See, that's why you get along so well in Boston.
So Boston doesn't do anything half-assed. Shinedown doesn't do. Imagine Shinedown in Boston. We
Right?
really don't do anything.
If you're
half-assed.
going to Fenway tonight, and Zach,
gonna be
just
like
for
Gladiator.
you, do you know what today is?
What's today?
Today's replica World Series ring, baby.
Oh,
We're
my
getting you
gosh.
one of those too.
That's cool. I'll take that.
Yes.
That's cool.
All
I'll
right.
take it.
Bob Hanna's on his way in. We're still commercial free. I don't know what's going to happen, but #Electric Mistress. I love you guys.
Love you too.